Bradley Beal has formally requested a trade, and he said his three preferred destinations are Miami, Philly, and Golden State. Now, first of all, though, let's get into the Washington Wizards situation. Right now, they're in a great situation. And that might sound stupid because, look, Russell Westbrook is on that big-ass contract, and he will be there for years, but they're in a great situation. They have the best star on the market right now, and Bradley Beal will give you one hell of a return. Last year, I mean, if you were trading the same market as people are trading James Harden, then you wouldn't get the same return. But right now, since they have the best star on the market, they're going to get one hell of a return. But so let's get into the best part of the Washington Wizards right now. So first of all, let's go over their point guard position. Russell Westbrook is going to be there for years, and he just came off an amazing record-breaking season yet again. However, though, it's not going to mean much. Russell Westbrook will be by himself virtually in Washington next year. And unless the Lakers trade for him, which was a rumor, then I think he's staying in Washington. But the best situation for the Wizards right now is that once they do trade Bradley Beal, they will most likely get a lot of draft capital and a great young player to go with it. Now, if I'm the Wizards, I love that, man. The Wizards have been in a constant state of mediocrity in the John Wall and Bradley Beal era. They were one win away from the Eastern Conference Finals once, but other than that, bro, they've been a very, very mediocre team. So right now is their time to finally tank and try and get a superstar. They haven't had a superstar in Washington, and Russell Westbrook's been their closest thing to a superstar that is not Bradley Beal. However, though, this draft capital that they will get back is great. And frankly enough, moving on from Bradley Beal is inevitable at this point. Okay, so let's start with one of the first teams he requested a trade to, and this is the Golden State Warriors. Now, first of all, I wouldn't take the NBA serious anymore if the Golden State Warriors got Bradley Beal. However, though, the ideal trade package for the Washington Wizards would be Andrew Wiggins, James Wiseman, the Timberwolves first-round pick from this year, which is the 7th overall pick, their first-round pick from this year, which is the 14th overall pick. Bradley Beal to the Warriors would be great. The defense would be worrisome. Klay Thompson has come off 2 big leg injuries. I doubt he's going to hold up defensively like he has in the past. But that offense is looking quite deadly. You got Klay Thompson, who won't miss shots, Stephen Curry, who won't miss shots, and Bradley Beal, who's an elite shot creator and an elite off-ball player. Man, the Warriors system was really built off elite off-ball play, and Bradley Beal just brings that right back to the Warriors, in which they lost in Kevin Durant. And even then, Steph and Klay did pressure the Warriors front office to make a trade this offseason for a star, and this will be their star they're getting. Now look, the Warriors, once they do make this trade, they kind of limit themselves on what they can get this offseason. They don't have many assets after this, so if they do not win this year in the playoffs, that's going to suck, but they would have to wait all the way to the next season to make another trade so they can trade another first-round pick. So although this will get a star in Golden State, and it will look like another super team like they've had in years past, it does limit the Warriors. The next location that Bradley Beal wanted to go to was the Philadelphia 76ers. So to me, the ideal trade for the Philly 76ers is Ben Simmons, Tyrese Maxey, Matisse Thybulle, and 2 first-round picks. Now this is a haul for the Washington Wizards. You get 2 great young players in Tyrese Maxey and Matisse Thybulle, and you get 2 big-ass wings that can't shoot in Matisse Thybulle and Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons and Russell Westbrook will be basketball hell for the next couple of years, but if you're a tanking team, you really don't fucking care about that shit. You are a tanking team, so you just try to get good picks. Ben Simmons still has potential, although it was a very underwhelming postseason for him. That is an asset, and you hope that you can grow him, and hopefully you can either buy out Russell Westbrook in the next coming years or trade him to another team. And look, if the Lakers even give you any hope of getting a Russell Westbrook deal done, you take that in a heartbeat. Taking off that Russell Westbrook contract and also giving Ben Simmons in this situation better spacing would be elite for the Wizards, so they must do that Russell Westbrook trade. However, though, Bradley Beal would bring another element to the 76ers offense. The 76ers don't have many good off-ball players, and Bradley Beal is one of the best off-ball scorers in the league. And then the last destination that Bradley Beal requested to was the Miami Heat. To me, the ideal trade is Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson, Precious Achiuwa, and 2 first-round picks. Now look, you might be like, Bradley Beal's contract is too big for that. That's true, but the Miami Heat have cap space this offseason, so they're going to just absorb his contract. But if you're the Washington Wizards, the return you get on this is great. Tyler Hero is very underwhelming, but the potential is there. I mean, he's turned Kim Kardashian on us, bruh. Like, forget all that basketball shit. I'm gonna go make my own fucking cereal. What the fuck is you doing, Tyler Hero? But look, the biggest thing that the Wizards get right here is draft capital, a great shooter in Duncan Robinson, and some potential great shot creator in Tyler Hero. Now the Miami Heat love this deal. They just disappointed in the first round this year. I was sad as a Miami Heat fan. We got swept, bro. Now look, I understand we were injured all year. It was not a good year for us because of COVID. But look, that is not what you want. And we really need to get a big-time free agent or somebody in trade this offseason. And Bradley Beal would be just that. Bradley Beal is also a 3-level scorer, which is very great for the Miami Heat considering their 2 best players are Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo. 2 players who can't shoot a 3 right now. And then another great location that Bradley Beal can go to is the Denver Nuggets. The Denver Nuggets need a 3rd scoring option at some points and somebody who's just durable enough considering all the injuries that we've endured. So look, Bradley Beal's not been injured much at all. And in this situation, the Denver Nuggets will be trading Michael Porter Jr., Will Barton, and Paul Millsap with a 2022 first-round pick to the Washington Wizards for Bradley Beal. Now, why they only get 1 first-round pick is MPJ is an elite young asset. However, though, I do expect the Nuggets will have to put in at least 2 to 3 picks. Michael Porter Jr. has showed amazing scoring potential with Jokic. However, though, you can expect that to regress if he's in his own system in Washington, where he doesn't have the best passer in the league alongside him. However, though, Michael Porter Jr. in a couple calendar months was averaging above 20 on amazing efficiency and had the most efficient 19-point-per-game season since Wilt Chamberlain this year. The Washington Wizards return on this is great, and the Denver Nuggets get a durable star that they can put with Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic. While the defense might be something to be desired, the way you win in this league is by stars. And look, if you can have 3 stars on a team, being Jokic, Bradley Beal, and Jamal Murray, you're doing something right. That is definitely a championship in the future. And the last trade that we'll be putting together is the Boston Celtics to acquire Bradley Beal. Now look, their situation is very locked right now. So I think that they should not trade Jaylen Brown for Bradley Beal, but I think that's kind of what the Wizards want. But if we're going to avoid Jaylen Brown, we tried to put a trade together that would get Bradley Beal in Boston and would get the Wizards enough assets. The trade will be Tristan Thompson, Marcus Smart, Romeo Langford, Aaron Nesmith, and 3 first-round picks. Now look, this is a very interesting trade, right? In this situation, you would keep Al Horford, so you still have a good presence in the paint as in defensively and a solid offensively player. So look, your starting lineup would most likely be point guard, who has no idea who the fuck the point guard gonna be. Shooting guard will be Bradley Beal. At the 3 will be Jaylen Brown. At the 4 will be Jason Tatum. And at the 5 will be Al Horford. That is a championship level starting 5 to me, as long as your point guard is solid. Bradley Beal is an amazing off-ball player. Jason Tatum hasn't played with amazing off-ball players in his career much. Kyrie's not that great of an off-ball player. Gordon Hayward was a pretty solid one, but very injury-prone when he was on the Celtics. And Jaylen Brown is an okay off-ball player, but not elite like Bradley Beal is. This will bring another dynamic to this Boston Celtics team, and it is important for them to get stars. Yes, you won a championship in 2008, but that is because you were aggressive. You need to be aggressive, Boston. Those couple picks that you've been just getting around, these little lottery picks, haven't done much for you. Aaron Nesmith was bleh this year. He didn't do much. Romeo Langford shows promise, but I mean, he hasn't been much so far in his career. Boston needs to get hungry if they want a championship, and this would be a great trade to set them up. All right, y'all, thank you for watching the video. Make sure to go check out my last video, which was on Chris Paul's free agency decisions. Thank you for watching, and make sure to leave a like.
Be with that, smoking on this tree, I eat with the cat, it be around me cause I don't trust a soul.